without encroaching on the free speech of the people that are presenting them information. So like if you were to look at a media source right now, how would you convince a lot of children or a lot of like youth that, or young adults, whatever, that what they are listening to isn't true without actually messing with someone's free speech?
Mm-hmm. And that's something that is really challenging.
It's so hard.
Right, because I mean that's something that I believe in strongly. I can critique things like Jezebel, Salon, right, Winwash, not a fan of those guys, but at the end of the day, I would never want them taken off the internet. Right? That's not what I want. And so what we're talking about here is like just censoring someone, saying you shouldn't be allowed to say this because I fear for the children, versus actually sitting down and teaching them critical thinking skills. Obviously, one is a lot harder than the other. That's why we tend to do the just like blinders version, because it's easier. But it's not sustainable. And the thing is, if we were to teach critical thinking skills, things like, okay, what are primary versus secondary sources, right? Can we read past the headline? Can I actually watch the video where so-and-so said this allegedly racist thing? Those are all things that I think students aren't, it seems like they're not being taught as much, which is funny because I learned those in my research classes. Right? I think that's actually a huge important thing, like not just teaching students what to think, which I think a lot of schools are doing now. Is not so much education as it is indoctrination, but rather how to think, how to inquire, and things like that. And I think if we actually had an atmosphere in our education system where inquisition and where, I guess, openness, the actual pursuit for knowledge was free and encouraged, we would have less of this, I guess, echo chamber and indoctrination machine. I think it's all about like sitting kids down and looking, being honest with them, like, yes, some stuff out there is not true. I personally will not tell you what is and what is not true, but I will give you tools that will help you decipher for yourself. You know, like I said, like let's look at the publication that's publishing it. What's their history of bias? Let's look at the person who's writing it. Like, does it seem like they're presenting more facts or more opinions in this? Like, let's see what they're reporting on. Do they actually link the source, or are they just kind of summarizing it? Can we trust their summary? I think those are all questions that kids need to be asking themselves, young adults, students, whatever. And I think they're not, and I mean, I'm not going to blame them too much. I think it's because they haven't been encouraged.
Hey everybody, how you doing out there? It's yours truly, just taking another break, another do-how. Hey everybody, how you doing out? It's now the 6 o'clock news. I'm glad you guys are here with me. This is 6 o'clock news. This is the background of our newsroom. There's a background of our newsroom. I just want to give a shout out to a new project I'm working on. There's a newsroom. I got the newsroom right here with me. The newsroom is RT. That's RT in the British way. We are here on the newsroom, and we're going to do it live. Every single day we're going to do it live from now on.